Hi everybody, in this video I am going to demonstrate how to replace the blower motor resistor for the HVAC system in my 2008 Dodge Ram 1500. I'm doing this because my resistor has gone bad and is affecting my blower that pushes air through the ducting and out of the vents. First noticed this when just a single fan speed, it was the third setting on my fan control, stopped working. So obviously the fan blows progressively faster as you turn the knob. Well, I noticed that when I got to the third setting, the fan would just cut off altogether. Now it's progressed to the point where only the fourth and highest fan setting works. So you'll see I've got the ignition in the run position now, so we're running off battery power, but you'll see you hear nothing on the first setting, nothing on the second, nothing on the third, and then all of a sudden when I turn it to the fourth, you'll hear the fan ramp up and blow full speed. And that tells me that I've got an issue with the resistor that controls voltage going to the to the fan motor itself. So we need to replace that. Hopefully it should be a pretty quick repair. The resistor itself is mounted under the passenger side dash down here. You can see the wiring harness going to it right there. This is the fan motor here, and then the resistor itself is mounted right here. So I'm going to reposition and open the door and do this from outside the vehicle just to get a better angle. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the passenger side door open now, and I'm kind of kneeled outside the vehicle, looking up under the dash. And again, you'll see the blower motor itself right here. This is the fan that pushes the air through the ducting, and then right here is the resistor that we're talking about. And first thing we need to do is disconnect the wiring harness, and there's just a squeeze tab on the side of it. So squeeze with your thumb here. You can kind of see it move in when I squeeze, and pull down like so. And now we have access to the two screws that hold it in place. It looks like they're Phillips. I don't know if you can tell that from the camera, but I can tell from looking at it with my eyes that they're both Phillips head screws. So I'm going to get those removed, and then we should be able to just kind of grab here and pull straight down, and that resistor should come out from the housing. So bear with me, I'll get those out and we'll get this thing removed. Alright, you can tell that I've removed both the screws, and you can see this is loose now. We're ready to pull it down. If you feel some resistance when you pull on it, it's probably just kind of stuck to the underside of this housing. I just had to pull gently, and it did pop loose. There's nothing else holding it. And now we just need to finagle it out of the opening there. And you'll see there's the resistor. So that's the old one. Let me get the new one unboxed and we'll get it ready to go in. Now you'll notice it does need to go in the same way. So again, that squeeze tab thing goes on the driver's side. So this thing came out like this, with this little notch in the connector pointing towards the driver's side. So we need to make sure we put the new one back in the same way. Let me get the new one out and we'll get it installed here. Alright, you can see my new part here. This happens to be a CarQuest brand. You can see the part number there. I got this at my local parts store. So the resistor, basically looks the same. The only difference I've noticed is it's got this protrusion up here. I'm not exactly sure what that is, other than perhaps it sort of acts like a fuse. I can see it's soldered here, so I don't know if that's designed to fail if this thing overheats. But in any case, this looks like the right part. It fits. I just tested it. It fits the opening in the underside of the dash there, and the connector fits. This did come with a new harness that I guess you could splice in if this isn't a direct fit to your current connector, but mine's correct. So I imagine that this is a direct fit for most Dodge trucks of this year, but if not, then you do get the parts that you need to splice in that harness. You would just need to clip these wires and match up which ones go to which pin on the connector, And then I think this also comes with some butt connectors in here. It does. So this pretty much gives you everything you would need. In our case, we don't need to use that. So we're ready to put this in. We just need to reinsert it up into the dash like so. You can see this one actually comes with a little foam gasket going around it. And now we just need to reinstall the screws to hold it into place. Let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, you can see I've got the screws reinstalled. You don't need to over tighten them, just hand tight is good. So now we just need to reinstall our harness connector. And again, the squeeze tab here goes towards the driver's side and matches up with this little notch in the female part of the socket. And just slide it up into position, you'll see that thing click into place. And we're good to go. Now we can test this out and see if our repair worked. All right, I've got the key in the run position again, and we're ready to test out the new resistor. So we should hear the fan come on in the first position now. And there we go. That's what we want to hear. You hear it ramp up. So it's working now. So this is a real simple repair. It took me about 10 minutes. And if I wasn't recording, it'd take even less than that. So this is something anybody can do with just a screwdriver, basically. So save yourself a few bucks, do this yourself, and you'll be back to good as new with your HVAC controls. So hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.